Hey guys, this is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. Hey, we're talking about my favorite subject today, which is sales. All right, we're at the beach and I'm having a good time just enjoying the day, and I'm just excited to say, woohoo, we're here. We got a great subject for us today, and it's really interesting. And one of the things that you got to remember is this thing called, especially in selling, suggestive selling. What is that? People say suggestive selling. What does that mean? Well, here's what I've got a good tip on, and I'm gonna tell you it's not a secret, but it really works. Anytime you've already sold a product, you can do these things called add-ons and what you call suggestive selling. Say for instance, sir, do you notice we have the blue, or do you like this black Cadillac? And then you look the client in the eye and they'll make a choice. And in this regard, you've given them the option because you've gave them the opportunity to see themselves buying or owning something. So just remember, if you have it in your power to help people to be able to have that experience, it's not fair that you don't do it for them. You just got to ask pertinent questions. You've got to do what they call suggestive selling. A lot of times if you're in a process and you're looking at your client and they seem to be balking, they're kind of like, I don't know. Well, maybe you can just ask questions like things that are suggestive. Well, do you think you would put this in your bedroom? I don't know. Do you think this would look good in your living room? Oh, that might work. Do you think that you guys are going to be able to afford this opportunity and save money at the same time? Wow, I hadn't really thought about that. Like again, you have to ask questions that you are doing what they call suggestive selling. Suggestive selling basically gives you the capability to take control of the sell. When you're with a client, you've got to, especially if you haven't figured out what they're really, you don't know what they really want. They're in your store, or maybe you're on the phone, you've got these products that you want to sell, but unless you qualify them, you're not going to be able to sell them. So you first got to qualify them. And then you ask the pertinent questions. You're going to ask these suggestive questions. What do you think that you would be able to get this on Thursday, or would Friday be better for you? Oh my goodness, did you want me to go ahead and wrap this up, or did you want to go ahead and wear it out today? Oh really? That's great. Did you want to go ahead and take this and have it set in your next budget? Suggestive selling. What you're doing is you're just asking simple questions. You're asking questions to get them to respond. If you can ask suggestive questions that can bring them out of their shell, they'll be more inclined to sell themselves. People want to own stuff. We just got to figure out a way to help them buy. It's just really important. And by suggestive selling, you're going to come across as a more smart person, not browbeating customers, not asking them 1,000 questions, but you're going to ask questions that make sense. The questions that you've already scripted, especially if you're a new salesperson, scripting the way you have a conversation with people, especially when you're trying to sell a particular type product, is very important. You need to go ahead and do your research, and also remember, I'm suggestive selling you. Record yourself and video record yourself and audio record yourself so you can get better and better in the field of sales. It's really important. Really, suggestive selling is so simple. We make it so complicated. But if you ask somebody, do you think that would work? Just keep your mouth shut. Do you think you want to go ahead and go with that? You've suggested them buying something. Listen, you can take control of this. As a salesperson, we learn a lot of techniques. We need our eyes on the ball, and we need to make sure we have our selling toolbox. Listen, I learned this a long time ago. When you ask pertinent questions, people are more inclined to want to have a conversation with you. You ask them a bunch of stupid questions, stuff that'll piss them off, they're going to run like hell. And I don't mean to be rude, but I make money when I help people buy stuff or own stuff, and so do you. So ask questions that are pertinent. Those kind of questions that are going to persuade them to go, oh, okay, I thought about that. Listen, when you ask questions that make sense, I guarantee you, the clients that you have, they'll be so glad that they talked to you, especially the ones that invested and bought from you. You have to ask these questions when you want to add on, and you don't forget. You're important and you matter. So don't forget your questions. It's that simple. Gary Lee Stanley. And you do me a favor, go out there and sell something. And don't forget, suggestive selling works. If you don't offer them suggestions, they're going to go somewhere else, and somebody who's a real salesperson is going to suggest that they buy something, and you want to be that person. Just think about it. We'll do another video or two on this because suggestive selling works so many ways. It's like it gives you confidence. Is it possible? Oh yes, it's possible. Can you do all the different types of sales and techniques and everything? Yeah, but it makes sense to have an arsenal. You just got to ask, and don't forget, after you've done all this great stuff and you've got all this information, don't forget to close the sale and ask for the order. So go out there and sell something. You have a great day. This is Gary Lee Stanley, and we just had a great, simple conversation. Bye-bye.